Hey, good logic down at the courthouse, day 9. I have to do a short video because I was on Tim Pool. Just going to let you know, Kid Cudi testified. Yes, direct, cross, redirect, the whole shebang. So let me break down for you really quick, really fast. Basically, he gets up on the stand and tells about his relationship and primarily focusing on the Diddy learning about the relationship between Cassie and Kid Cudi and how she called him up and said he knows about us and he's all jittery. He thought that they had broken up. He thought that they were on a split, and he knows about us and he's all furious and she's all anxious and afraid, and also that she had given him his address and he should be aware that Diddy might be coming to his house. So he meets her at a hotel, which he thought was like a safe place, and then they get a phone call from Capricorn Clark, who's an associate of Diddy. And Capricorn says, we're right outside Kid Cudi's house. Me and Diddy and an associate of Diddy are outside Kid Cudi's house. So Kid Cudi gets in his car and heads back home, leaving Cassie at the hotel. And he's like, he's yelling at Diddy, are you in my mother effing house? And he's like, and Diddy, he said, was so calm. He's like, I want to talk to you.
What up, Crystal?
Like,
what up, Crystal? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Like, well, I want to talk.
Yeah, we're gonna get this recap real quick.
By the time he gets back to the house,
hold on, let me restart.
And I have to do a short video because I was on Tim Pool. Just gonna let you know, Kid Cudi testified. Yes, direct, cross, redirect, the whole shebang. So let me break down for you really quick, really fast. Basically, he gets up on the stand and tells about his relationship and primarily focusing on the Diddy learning about the relationship between Cassie and Kid Cudi and how she called him up and said he knows about us and he's all jittery. He thought that they had broken up. He thought that they were on a split, and he knows about us.
In the building.
Furious and she's all anxious and afraid, and also that she had given him his address and he should be aware that
left off
Diddy might be coming to his house.
So he meets. Do we got the update where we left off though?
All right. It's her at a hotel, which he thought was like a safe place, and then they get a phone call from Capricorn Clark, who's an associate of Diddy. And Capricorn says, we're right outside Kid Cudi's house. Me and Diddy and an associate of Diddy are outside Kid Cudi's house. So Kid Cudi gets in his car and heads back home, leaving Cassie at the hotel. And he's like, he's yelling at Diddy, are you in my mother effing house? And he's like, and Diddy, he said, was so calm. He's like, I want to talk to you. And he's like, are you at my mother effing house? He's like, well, I want to talk to you.
What up, young boy? Chris? Hey, make sure you guys like, share, and comment.
He said that.
Pause right quick. Make sure you guys like, share, comment. Let's like this thing up. Hello, everybody. Make sure you go like the live right now. I'm just getting a recap, and then Crystal gonna post it in the chat where we left off.
He went inside and he saw that he had left his door open. But then when he went inside, he saw that someone had gone through his packages and his dog had been locked in the bathroom. And from that day forward, his dog would act jittery. So now he goes looking. Now he's outraged. He goes looking for Diddy, and he got in his car and he's driving, and they have an exchange where he's like, "I want to talk to you." He's like, "Well, you're gonna be talking to me. Come to my house." And then after they had that exchange, he said he thought better of it. He's like, I don't know who's coming with him. I don't know where he's got guns. I don't know what's going down here. And he said he thought about it some more, and he called the police and told the police that there was someone who had trespassed or burglarized and gone into his house. So please come. And he makes a report with them. Diddy isn't there. Diddy never ends up showing that day. But then he ends up going out to Connecticut and he meets with Cassie. And when he meets with Cassie and he tells her, hey, Cassie ends up breaking up with him when he goes to Connecticut over Christmas because he said it was too unsafe, it was too dangerous, too unsafe. So there have been threats that Kid Cudi was going to destroy, firebomb Kid Cudi's Porsche 911. His Porsche 911. So, sure enough, January 9th, 2012, Molotov cocktail. Someone rips open the ceiling of the convertible, drops Molotov cocktail inside. We get to see pictures of that. He ends up having a meeting. The last time he's spoken to Cassie Ventura was the next day. So they had a meeting at the Soho House, and this is how he describes it. So I get there. It's supposed to be me and Diddy. I come upstairs, and when you walk into the meeting room that they used to have there by the Soho House, there's a wall of windows that's just like this floor-to-ceiling windows is one wall overlooking Beverly Hills. Diddy's standing there, and he's got his back to me with his hands clasped behind his back like he's some Marvel supervillain. And we end up having a conversation. And what were you talking about? Well, he said, you know, you were my homie. You knew she was my girl. He's like, I thought you were on a break. And we had this whole exchange back and forth. And then Cassie showed up, and I was very confused why she was there, because I thought after, you know, he had heard about all the physical abuse that that she had suffered at his hands, and the threats, and the blackmail, and the extortion. He knew about all of that stuff. It's like, why are you back with him? Why? And he was very confused. But he ended up admitting to defense on cross that, hey, look, she played us. Cassie played me. Cassie played Diddy, and that's the terms they came to. At the very end of the meeting, he said, I shook his hand and I said, what about my car? And I wanted to be holding his hand when I did that. I wanted to look him in the eye and have him say to me, you know, give me an answer for the car. And he said, and he goes, I don't know anything about that. And then I start walking out, and he goes to me, hey, just make sure, we cool? Meaning, you know, is this over? That's what Diddy said to Kid Cudi. And Kid Cudi said, you say you know nothing about it, I got nothing more here. We're cool. And he said a few years later that Diddy ended up apologizing, saying, I'm sorry about all that BS that went down. So we end up having this cross, and the effective part of the cross was them basically coming out and saying that Cassie was very successful at convincing her that she was done with Diddy, and to help portray her as someone who can convince people of things that are not true, which we can expect that the defense is going to raise in their closing arguments. That certainly was a win for them.
On a win for the defense.
The final question on redirect was about the whole exchange in the Soho House when they had their final meeting, and the final question was, so he said that you said we're cool. Did you think he was telling you the truth, that he knew nothing about your car? He's like, no, I thought he was lying. And that's what we got today. So short breakdown, and yeah, I'll be reporting later this afternoon.
That's a quick recap. Hold on, I just wanted to get that quick recap of Kid Cudi taking a stand. So might check 1 2 1 2. So let's go through some of these tweets. Let me see. Let me see where we at. Oh shit, I got a T-Banks. I never sent you the link, right? Where did we start at? Crystal started somewhere. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's go through some of these. All right, cool. So they're back before the jury is brought in. They said basically they want to put exhibits showing Cassie scandalously what? We think it plays into a stereotype that if she dresses like this, she must have consented to the freak offs. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, everybody make sure y'all hit that like button too. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share. Let me see what was it. Judd says, I only have the album cover, Combs. People then say we can bring it up on the screen, but not the public gallery. We have withdrawn some of the exhibits. It's rather about her career. Okay, they blah blah blah. Opportunities and the like. All right, that's what that ain't it. Then the judge says, let me see. What's the relevance of these exhibits? The next witness is I guess Cassie's makeup artist. But what's the purpose of these pictures? It's a issue first. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. All right, cool. So let's reread it. So what's the relevance of these exhibits? Okay, basically Cassie's makeup artist. But what's the purpose of the pictures? It's a 402 issue first. So that's the relevance. Okay, cool. We got the Cassie testified about her career being impacted. So they basically saying I'll stipulate. Let me see something. This one is public event. So what's the problem? It's a law. It's a low cutting dress. I'm allowing it in, but not 652, whatever that is. Basically bring the witness and the jury in. What's your name? That's what they're basically saying. Then the witness is Mala Morales, the celebrity makeup artist. Basically, this is Cassie's personal celebrity makeup artist. Do you recognize anyone you work for? And Maya says, Pup Daddy. In the gray sweater and white collar. When did you work for Mr. Combs? She said between the year of 2000 and 2005. Then who? Oh shit. So she was Rihanna, not in bro Rihanna into this bullshit. So basically she was Rihanna's makeup artist as well. Who else? And then she said Jennifer Lopez and Cassie. Okay. When did you work with Cassie? Well, she said between 2007 until COVID. She was like a little sister to me. How much older than her or you? Then she said a few years. All right. We're gonna be quick. We're gonna get through this. Did you see her with injuries on her face? Then she said 2010 Grammy weekend Prince party. So basically, this is about, once again, they taking the case back to domestic violence. This is the makeup artist. Where were you with her? Then she says Beverly Hills. I fell asleep in a room and woke up to a commotion. Cassie walked in. Then Sean Puff Daddy asked him, where the fuck is she? What did he do? Okay. Walk into the bedroom, shut the door. Hello. Yeah, make sure you guys like the live. This is the next one. Put it up on the screen. Okay. What did you hear behind the door? She said yelling and screaming, both of them. So both of them was yelling at each other. Then Puff Daddy left. What did you see next? Cassie. She said basically she seen next. Cassie had a swollen eye and knots on her head. I packed her things up. We went to my house. Okay, so the makeup artist is basically describing the domestic violence between Puff Daddy and Cassie. Then she said, my doctor friend came and examined her to see if she had a concussion. What were you afraid of? She said, Sean, I feared for my life, Combs, yada, yada, yada. Oh no, this is his lawyer finna talk. Okay, so they said objection, move to strike. Then the judge said overrule. Then they say, how long did you stay? And she said, days with a question mark. Let me see something. Have you done interviews about this? Oh shit, this shit just jumped out of nowhere. Oh shit, y'all forgive me. Hold on. Where's this at? What just happened? Okay. Have you done interviews about this? She said a couple. Were you paid? No. Did you provide evidence? Then she said photos of me, Kim Porter, early in 2000. The AUSA then says, were you paid $1,000? Let me see. So no further question, judge. Cross-examination. So Puff, now the defense is gonna ask her, did you assist Cassie for any red carpet events? Then she says possibly. In some music videos, black and yellow. Black and yellow. I wonder what they're talking about. We have photos, 647, please. So apparently they showing the photos, yada yada. Okay, so photos from a video shoot. Then the goal was that she looked put together. Then a makeup artist, is it Malaya? I think that's how you said, whoever Morales is. She said, yes, these photos shown your artistry. You reposted them on Instagram. Then she says, yes. Okay. You were in her hotel room, though you lived near. She said, yes. So basically, the makeup artist was at her hotel room, but basically, even though she lived close to Beverly Hills, I'm assuming. You met Cassie's family. She says her father. You called a doctor and a lawyer. She said the lawyer lives in San Francisco. You provided emotional support. She says yes. We're gonna be quick. We're gonna get through this real quick. You did an interview with CNN and with Extra TV, Don Lemon, Piers Morgan. So the makeup artist says yes. Did Dateline reach out to you too? She said, I don't look at those anymore. So basically, the defense, it sounds like they finna prove that she was doing this for money. Did you ask the government if you could do more? Look at this. Yeah, they about to prove the makeup artist. All she wanted to do was basically she was doing this for money. Hold on. Wait a minute. So you asked permission to speak to Dateline. Of course, I asked. After the incident, neither Combs or anyone from his company ever approached you? Question mark. She said, no one did. I put that on the screen as well. She said, no one did. For a documentary, where you paid. She said, therapy. Wait, why would she pay therapy? That's don't make sense. You sold the photos to CNN for $1,000. She said, yes. No further questions. So basically, I knew that's what the defense is doing. The defense is proving that basically she's doing this shit as a money grab. That's how they painting this makeup artist. So no, okay. You sold the photos to CNN for $1,000. Yes. Then no further questions. The judge, next witness. Now who the hell is this? Frederick what is this? Zimmermore, the general manager of the L Hotel LA. Okay. So oh shit, they got the general manager. Now they got him in the middle of it. Why are you here? He said, I received a subpoena. So basically proving most of these damn witnesses, they all were subpoenaed to be up here. Are you familiar with the hotel's reservation system? Then whatever is his name, the Z guy, the general manager of the hotel, he says, we have a system called Opera. We enter in personal preferences. How long do you keep them? He said, they stay forever. Wonder what the fuck they going with this. So she would know how to cover up those bruises. That's what Thinker said. Thinker. That's what you got from that Thinker. Oh shit. All right. So back to what's coming out the courtroom. How reserved this room for Sean Combs? Then he says, Ryan. Oh, I'm pretty sure they saying who resumed, not how. Who reserved this room for Pup Daddy? Then he says Ryan Lopez. Also other excuse me. Also other names were used. When was this profile first created? 2006. It said Sean Combs and Bad Boy Records. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck. Then they changed it to Jackie Star. Let's look at 2011, 2012. Oh shit, that's crazy. He did used to use that name. Damn, I remember the Jackie Star name. This reservation, what's the bill? He says over $2,000. It stays only charged if Christina approves. Basically, that's KK, Puff's assistant. What were the instructions? He said, put room out for service. Put room out for service for cleaning. Like the room hot, set it for 75 degrees. Okay. What are these complaints? Is the next thing he's asking. What are these complaints? Then the hotel manager says candle wax on carpet, security call, charge $500. No further questions. Judge, cross-examination, defense, none. Damn, so the defense didn't even want to cross-examine that at all. What, Jimmy White? Also, basically, so the next witness now, Special Agent Josh. Okay, let's see what the agent talking about. Yada yada. Where's Jim White at? Okay, Jim White, you here? All right.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just charging my phone. Just got back to the
where do you work? Agent says HSI. That's Homeland Security Investigations. I extract data from computers. Oh, so this is the agent that whenever they raided the homes, they basically, he went out and extracted all that computer information from Puff Daddy's computers or whatever the fuck they got. Basically, what is your training? The Sands Institute. What does that stand for? He said, I really don't know. How opaque in that way or whatever the fuck. How the fuck you don't know what the fuck it stands for? What tools do you use? The agent says TX1 and digital collector. Whose laptops did you extract? He says Cassie's. This is a MacBook Pro roughly from 2010 to 2011 with a white case. So basically, so he extracted, I was wrong then. So he extracted Cassie's information off her computer. Did you boot it up? He said, I got to the MacBook factory default screen, but you got data? He said, yes. The hard drive had data, not only overwritten by the factory reset. What is unallocated space? Something not viewable, something previously deleted. Explain how computers store data. You have a table of contents. A file can still be stored in unallocated space. They bullshit on this stand, bro. So on these laptops, they need to just get straight to it. So on these 3 laptops, how were they backed up? He said iTunes was used before iCloud. Some looks a little funky. But you can validate the funky, as you say, data by going to the raw data. The agent says yes, nothing further. They wasting the public time. On one of the laptops, there was a Frank Black profile, right? The agent says yes. Defense says, did you process every file? Yes. The defense, have a wonderful weekend. Wait, what? What the defense ain't it? They was like, yo, have a what? Frank Black. So now the prosecution is saying, Frank Black, did you proceed under Miss Cassie's consent? He said under warrant. Okay. So the judge says, no more witness. Juries, I intend to release you early. Any objections? Then laughter's in the courtroom. Don't read anything about the case. Go for a walk. Watch the Knicks game. Avenge their game 1 loss. Not the judge being funny. Not the judge. It's a real New Yorker. Hey, Knicks did get their ass whooped. That was crazy. They lost that game last night. Crazy. That dude hit 6 threes in 29 seconds. That was amazing. What an ultimate fucking choke. But congratulations to the Indiana Pacers for pulling that off. That was a crazy wild game. Best game I've seen shit in a decade, just from my perspective. And you must tattle. More laughter and you must tattle. We're making great progress. All rise. Judge, enjoy. That means they have. Oh, so we didn't. Once again, we didn't miss shit. We did good. Well, that's why we covered this shit the first half. That'd be, boy, they didn't got what, 2-3 people up out of there. So that's it. So we didn't miss shit. Good shit. Yeah. So with that being said, they done for the day. What up, Jimmy White? What time you on? Jim White, is you there, Jim White? So I guess we ain't. What was that? Khadijah? What up, Khadijah? Khadijah in the building. Yeah, so we really didn't miss nothing. Y'all could have told me that, man. And shit, I was taking care of some other shit. But shit, like the judge say, the jurors, they went home, told them go watch the game, take a walk, but don't watch and listen to shit about the case, which we know for a fact they gonna watch some shit about the case. So you heard about Kid Cudi, right? Taking a stand today.
Yeah, I heard about that. And he told them they called so Cassie called the people on and told
called what people?
Cassie told Kid Cudi to put on it at his house.
What you mean? You
They
said
used to go together.
Who?
Cassie told Kid Cudi to put at his house. But
why you sound muffled? You ain't on your mic or you on your what? Well, you got the T-Banks mic. Yeah, I can tell you. A little bit. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, he muffled. I thought I was tripping. Yeah, he muffled. Look at it. He won't be all in video. Look at it. He won't be pup daddy. What? You look bald headed. Yeah, but you said no. You said Cassie was doing. You said Cassie did what? Huh?
Cassie told the people that big dog.
Big dog.
I just got back to the house. Big dog, look at it.
Okay, you ain't talking about that. Jim White, you
no,
you sleep.
I am. No, it's not. You got Misha over here. I got Misha's trap right there. I call Misha there. Look at Misha. Get out of there.
That's a turtle.
Yeah. Get out of there.
You won't be.
Get out of there. Come out of there. Yeah. You got a phone.
You want to talk about nothing, man.
You right there.
Wait a minute. What is today? I just thought about that. Why did he let them go? Is it because it's a holiday weekend? Wait, ain't today Thursday?
What
are you doing with a turtle, bro? Boy, it's crazy. Yeah, that's a turtle. Big shellback. Look at the dog. The dog hungry. He just eating on anything.
Oh, that's his toy. He want this right here.
You want to talking about shit?
No, I'm saying no.
Yeah, but what you thought about the case though?
Cassie,
they all snitching.
Cassie snitched and told him that Diddy, what's the name?
Huh?
Cassie told Kid Cudi to puff at his house. I ain't know Kid Cudi and Cassie was going together.
Boy, you can't sit here and act like you out to loot that much. Yeah, they had been going together.
Did out. He said. What I'm saying.
All right, so Jim White didn't talk about nothing. Hold on, Jim White trying to showcase his puppy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You got the tools. Yeah, man. Bigger. The turtle always win. The turtle in the air. He want to hide me. I just gave him some water too, though. I got him today. He ran away one time, found him, brought him back. Ready to beat. Did I say what up?
Yeah, what up? I don't know. I was looking at
Get
some.
out. Get out. Get out. So what's
Wait,
up?
not Whack got the Lord got goddamn 2 warrants out for his arrest.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they ran that shit on the
You got a
right
what?
now, but
What got
2
a
warrants.
what?
I was like 2.
Hold on, let
I
me
don't know how
dig.
true that is.
Let me stop playing. I had to
That
feed him.
just
I just
popped up
got
on my
back.
shit.
I
I'm
just
telling you, I don't know how
feed
true it is.
Did
That
I say what
motherfucker
up?
2 warrants.
Did I say what up? Look at it. Say what up?
No,
Get
I'm
out.
not looking. I'm looking at some other shit. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me go to this. Then right over there playing. Hold on. Cause Jim White ain't talking about shit. Hold on. Let me go to the. Let me see. What the fuck is the? Hopefully, Velt News got some goddamn shit for us. Hold on. Told them folks they gonna leave 21 Jump Street alone at some point. Yeah, so we was pretty good. So that's good for me. That means I ain't gotta be here all day. We didn't miss shit. We didn't miss nothing, man. Bum, bum, bum. Let me see something. Yeah, light this thing up. Light this thing up. Let's see something. All right, can y'all see that? Y'all can see this, right? I want to make sure. Hold on, let me make it a lot bigger. You gotta let me know in the chat if y'all can see this. I'll go through the Velt News real quick. Definitely if you ain't following Velt News, follow Velt News, Velt_news. Let's see. Oh, that's the Kid Cudi situation. Oh, look, did Kid Cudi help the prosecution on the stand today? Excuse me. 61 so far, 61% is saying yes. Whoever the fuck that yes is, them folks don't know what they talking about. Sean Diddy Combs appeared tense throughout the testimony of rapper Kid Cudi, who claimed the disgraced hip hop mogul once broke into his house and set his car on fire. Pub look like he chilling. That man don't look fucking stressed. DC. Now that's crazy what happened in DC. I got to get into that. Joe, I don't know if you heard about that, but basically they saying they unalived 2 Jewish people last night in DC. And that's crazy. So it says DC museum shooting witness offered help to the distressed terror suspect, believing he was a victim. Damn. Also, they arrested the dude. Man, that's crazy. Good shit on that. I probably need to talk about that at some point. And that South African shit. What's going on in South Africa is crazy. Kid Cudi leaving court after testifying against Diddy. Look at Kid Cudi. That boy's a rat. He's a snitch. He's gonna always be a snitch. Let me see. Kid cut his car from the fire. Oh damn. That poor damn. So they dug a hole. But don't forget now, it came out today that the DNA that came, it was from a woman. The door of the Porsche was damaged in the fire. All right, that's more pictures of the car. That's crazy. Burn seats. Okay. She told me my car was on fire. Cudi said I immediately went to my house. Jury was shown a photo of Cudi's Porsche damaged by the cocktail, which the star nearby friend sent to him while he was in his home. Look at this. Yeah, that's crazy. Who was they? This Israel. Also, this the couple. They weren't soldiers. They weren't shouting. They were building bridges. Oh,
What
so
they
that's
talking
them
about the
right there.
dog, man? With the dog, man. They doing something to the dog.
What dog? What are you
And
talking
they
about,
talk
John?
about the dog.
Oh,
Talking
yeah,
about
you
the
talking about Kid
dog.
Cudi's dog. No, Kid
Yeah.
Cudi said on the stand that basically Pup broke in his goddamn house. Him and somebody that was with him, acquaintance, basically broke in the house
Blanco.
and locked his dog in the goddamn bathroom. And he
Blanco.
was mad about his dog and told he want to
Where
fight
you
Puff.
at, Blanco?
He said so he called
Blanco.
Puff and told I wanted to fight him. So they were trying to say he was trying to get it in. Boy, you weren't trying to get nothing in. Harvard just got benched by the Trump administration. No more enrolling international students, while DHS says the Ivy Giant failed to cough up protest
So they're
footage.
gonna hit.
And
So they're gonna
oh,
hit
that's
Diddy with the. They're gonna hit Diddy with the Michael Vick.
with the what?
Blanco. Blanco. Blanco.
Trump, student visa shut down. Not Trump shut down student visas for over there. You said hit him with the mic of Vic. What are you? No, they ain't gonna hit Jim. You want that? That troll didn't even work. Weather prediction. Give a pair for hurricane
Boy, I
season.
saw the Punisher last night though. He was on Piers Morgan. The
I don't give a
Punisher. He got a movie called Meat. He got a book called Meat.
No, freezer, something in the something
It's called
freezing,
Meat.
something meat
The
in the
name of the book
freezer,
is
some old
Meat.
weird shit. Yeah, with a
The
book.
name of the book is Meat. The name of the book is
Yeah, that's why
Meat.
they trolled him. They said, "Congratulations, we hope you get some money from that book." That's why they, because bro,
Ain't nobody gonna buy that book but LGBT, man.
yeah, man, come on, Anthony, who the fuck is this? What happened? Anthony, 24-year-old father, tricked Pillsbury High into thinking he was 16. What? I said he used forged documents and lived with a host family under a court-approved guardianship. While in school, he joined swim and soccer. What? A 24-year-old? Hold on. Mingle with minors. Suspicion from the family he lived with sparked an investigation. DHS says it is disturbing that a grown man would impersonate a teenager and surround himself with underage girls and boys. Now charged with forgery. He's banned from school grounds, wears an ankle monitor, and faces what the fuck kind of shit that? Who does that? 24 pretending to be 16. Shit, illegal immigrant. I guess. Is this abuse as a parent? What would you do in this scenario? Hold on. What the fuck is this?
Because you smell like shit too.
Wait, what?
Hey,
Hello?
I got some fucking Dove men's soap for you too.
Okay.
Get some of that men's soap on your body. Because you smell like shit too. And you're a man.
I'm not. I'm not.
Wait, what in the Jimmy news? What in the Jimmy White news? I'm gonna start calling this shit the Jimmy White news. Matter of fact, fuck that. What thinker? Thinker stay here, thinker. That's Jimmy White news right there. I'm gonna start calling that the Jimmy White news. What in the Jimmy White news? Y'all get it, right? The Jimmy White news. Jimmy White. What the fuck? Wait a minute. What in the soap opera shit?
That's a trend. That's a trend. They're gonna get you.
Wait, what?
That's a transgender. Daddy just admitted that's a transgender.
That's crazy. That's why I was like, is he trolling?
No, that's his boy. They want to be a
Hold on, let me see, bro. That looked like a woman, bro.
That's a dude.
Hey, hello? I got some fucking Dove men's soap for you too.
Yeah, since you smell like
Get some of
shit.
that men's soap on your body.
I shouldn't laugh. Y'all forgive me.
Too. And you're a
You smell
man.
like shit. You're a man. You smell like shit.
I'm not.
Bruh, that is crazy. And you know what's so crazy? The US is set up in a way, right? So wherever this video came from, Jim, are you still there?
Yeah.
The way this is set up, bro, they gonna get that daddy for that, man. They gonna get the daddy for that, man. There it is, man. They saying, well, they got rights, man. You know them folk got rights, bro. Damn, not a shooting reported at CIA headquarters in Virginia. Security opened fire on a female driver who approached the gate this morning and did not stop. She was struck in the upper body and transported to a medical facility with what authorities believe to be a non-life-threatening injury. See, what the fuck is going on? Oh yeah, I did see this too. Witnesses in the Diddy trial. So this everybody, Krista, this everybody that hit the stand so far, right? Who we got right here? We got who was that? Israel Flores, Daniel Phillip, Cassie, Yassine. That I think that was the detective Don, Rashad, Kerry Morgan, David James, Regina Ventura. That's Cassie's mom. Sheree Hayes, Gerald Gannon, Don Hughes, George Kaplan, Kid Cudi, snitching ass, the hotel employee, the Cassie makeup artist, Mila Morales, and then Jordan, what was that? Oh, Chef Tashawn Combs. Oh, it's up under it. That's crazy. Look at this shit. Man, them folk, man, out of all, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what? 16? That's 16. Man, they ain't talking about shit. Them folks ain't talking about shit. All 16 of them. They ain't talking about shit. Sheesh. Nothing. Nathaniel. Show the screen. Wait, DDG showed up to Streaming University with India Love. Wait, what? Wait, is it an actual place? Where's she at? I don't see her. Oh, that's her to the left. Hey, what the fuck they supposed to be doing in the you know what's so crazy? That's her backside. Boy, you gotta get because India Love, I think she got work done for sure. She got work done. Yeah, but there's that. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, that shit's actually at actual event. That's crazy. Let me see. Yeah, so we didn't miss shit. Jim White, what time are you on? Jim White over here letting us watch the dog, man. He want the dog to be the content. What?
Yes, I eat.
Jim White lonely.
Yeah, she bad.
Jim White lonely. He
Bad,
lonely.
yeah.
Oh, that's the girl dog.
Blanco.
She need to eat. You need to eat.
Blanco.
She
Yes,
need to put some weight on her.
Blanco.
What?
She bad. She's tearing up the ball. It's a whole basketball. She's tearing it up.
Man, that dog need a better cage too. We ain't got time for that.
Oh, she going outside. She going outside to the doghouse.
You said what?
She going outside to the doghouse. She tagged me up. Ate the whole
She
ball. Look.
need to be out there trying to get
Give me
the
the
big
ball.
dog. But yeah, so we we didn't miss nothing today. What else? I think what else is going on? Like I said, oh yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to talk about the fucking because what's going on in what is it, South Africa? That shit is crazy because they're calling that genocide over there. And then also I'm gonna have to come back to find out what was that shit that happened in DC. And then today, well, mute the fuck up. I'm gonna have to talk about the DC situation, what happened today. No, the CIA building, I think it is. The DC situation and what happened at the CIA building. So, but with that being said, it's been dope. I guess I thought shit they was gonna go, but it is what 4:48, almost 5. But they done for the day. I think they're done for the weekend. Is they done for the weekend, Chris? Or no? Because he told them go watch the Knicks game. The Knicks don't play tonight, so he must be talking about it's over for the weekend. They must got a whole. They don't come back to what, Monday? But yeah, pretty much that's it. So, I guess we'll revisit this. With that being said, I appreciate all the love. Thanks for the likes, the shares, the comment. And with that, folks, this live is over with. We out of here.